1.
Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to be learning lesson 1-3, compare whole numbers. I can use place value to compare numbers and record my comparison using less than, equal to, or greater than.
So let's start with the solvent share, Ms. Schultz. The question is, a robotic submarine can dive to a depth of 26,000 feet. Which oceans can the sub explore all the way to the bottom? We have a chart here with our data showing the oceans and the depths. So what do we need to find? What is this question asking us to find?
I need to find which oceans can the sub explore all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to use the chart that they give me, which shows the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian, and the depths of each to help me solve this problem.
Great. What information do we know already?
Well, I already know that the submarine can dive to a depth of 26,000 feet. I also know by looking at the chart that the Atlantic Ocean has a depth of 28,232 feet. The Pacific Ocean has a depth of 35,840 feet. And the Indian Ocean has a depth of 23,376 feet. I know that I can also use place value to help me compare how far my submarine can dive to the depths of the oceans they tell me.
Great. I see we could solve this problem using two different ways, a place value chart or a number line. What should we start with?
We sure can. We can solve it using the number line first. Let's try the number line. So I see that you created a number line on the right, Ms. Ortiz.
Yes.
And because I know that my submarine can dive to 26,000 feet, can we show the submarine on the number line?
So I'm going to use this purple dot for the submarine. I made a color for each sub or ocean. So that's kind of at 26,000 feet, right under 25,000.
Perfect. Now let's look at the Atlantic Ocean. That's the first ocean they tell me. And I see that you represented the Atlantic Ocean with a red dot.
Yeah.
The red Atlantic Ocean is 28,232 feet. Where would that fall on the number line?
I'm going to put a little over the 30,000 feet. I'm sorry, I'm just changing the color here.
So we are going to place the Atlantic Ocean right below the 30,000 feet mark because it's not exactly 30,000, but 28 is greater than 25,000 and less than 30,000. And I also know that it seems to be greater than the submarine depth. So I'm not really sure if the submarine is going to be able to get to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, but let's see. The next ocean they tell me about is the Pacific Ocean, which you represented with an orange circle. The depth of the Pacific Ocean is 35,840 feet.
I'm definitely putting that under this line here for 35,000 feet.
Yes, because 35,840 is greater than 35,000 feet, but less than 40,000.
Right there.
Perfect. And last, the Indian Ocean, which you represented with the green dot, is 23,376 feet.
So that has to be above 25,000 feet, but under 20.
Yeah, so it's greater than 20,000 feet, but less than 25,000 feet.
Yes.
So just by looking at that number line, I'm noticing that the number line is going from 20,000 feet all the way down to 40,000 feet. and my number line's getting deeper as I go. So I'm noticing that my submarine is at 26,000 feet, and the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean are actually way deeper than the submarine can go. So I don't think the submarine is going to be able to get to the bottom of the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, because 28,232 feet, the Atlantic Ocean, is too deep. The Pacific Ocean, 35,840 feet, is also too deep. But the Indian Ocean is 23,376 feet. And that, I know, is less than 26,000 feet. And if you look at my number line, my submarine can go past the depth of the Indian Ocean. So this number line shows that the submarine can dive deep enough to explore only the Indian Ocean all the way to the bottom, because 26,000 feet is greater than 23,376 feet. Maybe you can use a symbol, Miss Ortiz, to show a number sentence. Perfect, because we can use number symbols like greater than, less than, equal to write a number sentence, just like that.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right, let's look at another way to solve this if we did not want to use a number line. Another way that we can solve this is by using a place value chart and entering our numbers into a place value chart.
So I did abbreviations here. I did 10,000 place, thousands place, hundreds, tens, and ones. Just using the first letters to show.
Yes, the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place, and the 10,000s place. Wonderful. I also noticed that you put your numbers in from least to greatest order.
Yeah, I kind of just wrote the numbers in the place value chart from least to greatest so that I can see where the sub would be able to go.
Great. And we know that the sub is 26,000, and the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans are greater than the submarine, and the Indian Ocean is less than the submarine.
So then we know that the sub can dive to the bottom of only the Indian Ocean again.
Yup, only the Indian Ocean. Wow, that's how we can use place value to compare numbers. That's pretty cool.
I'm just adding my number sentence here. So there you have it, sub, 2 ways.